Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope we are having a great and wonderful day. Well, now we have something crazy happening here, which we have more of the Biden information. Now, it could be annoying that we keep on hearing about Biden. You know, we're not really doing anything against Biden or what have you, because, you know, our justice system's flawed and the Republican Party is a bunch of pussies. But that's here or there. We have this National Archives drags heels on release of 5,400 records related to Biden's pseudonyms after June 2022. So pretty much what it's saying is that we have National Archives reveals it has 5,400 Biden emails in which the president potentially used fake names to forward government information and discuss business with son Hunter. Says President Joe Biden may have been used pseudonyms in nearly 5,400 emails, electronic records, and documents when he was vice president. A bombshell letter from the National Archives and Records Administration reveals the trove of communications was confirmed after the Southeastern Legal Foundation filed a Freedom of Information Act for emails connected to aliases allegedly used by Biden, including Robert L. Peters, and J.R.B. Ware. Republicans have been demanding the release of the emails they say could show Biden used the names to discuss foreign business with his son and share information on countries where he was doing deals. The White House has insisted Biden was never in business with his son, and vice presidents and high-level government officials often use pseudonyms to prevent being inundated with spam and emails from the public. At the time, the Obama administration dismissed criticism the communications were secret because they were all archived. But the sheer volume of emails raises questions over whether then VP Biden broke the absolute wall he said he could maintain between the personal and private and the government. Emails from Hunter's laptop was also revealed business partners referred to Biden as the big guy. We have this here that shows that boss, 8:45 a.m. prep for 9 a.m. phone call with the press Poroshenko. Then we're off to the Rhode Island for infrastructure, and then Wilmington for UDL commencement. It goes on to say, Nate will have your draft remarks delivered later tonight or with your press clips in the morning, respectively, John. But then we have this as well. This is from Job and Ware. Date is from 23/06/2014, pretty much 11:58 a.m. to Hunter Biden, and the name is redacted. Reply, Johnny call me right away, Dad. It goes on, before you feel in position, please talk to me. Jay McGrail very much wants to serve as detail for Treasury. The SLF submitted the FOIA request in June 2022, and the results appeared to confirm that Biden was using the emails connected to aliases. Biden used various private email addresses from which he sometimes sent, received, and forwarded government correspondence. The names are all pseudonyms that Biden was known to use while he served as vice president under Barack Obama from 2019 to 2008 to 2017, my apologies, and were used on emails that were about both official and family business. The Southeastern Legal Foundation took legal action against NARA on Monday to secure the records release. I don't even know if it says NRA or NARA, but it goes on to say, even so, that the foundation alleges that the documents might potentially demonstrate instances where President Biden forwarded government information and discussed government matters with his son, Hunter Biden, together with other individuals. All too often, public officials abuse their power by using it for their personal or political benefit. When they do, many seek to hide it. The only way to preserve government integrity is for NARA to release Biden's nearly 5,400 emails to SLF and thus the public. The American public deserves to know what is in them, Kimberly Herman, SLF General Counsel, said in a statement. The Southeastern Legal Foundation also accuses NRA of using delaying tactics ever since the initial FOIA request was filed more than 14 months ago. No specific emails have been provided despite NRA acknowledging their existence. We have more here. It goes on to say that earlier this month, Kentucky Republican James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight Committee, demanded unredacted records from NARA that similarly show President Biden's use of pseudonyms during his vice presidency. On that occasion, the purpose was to look into the role the former vice president played in his son's international business dealings. Previously released emails from Hunter Biden's laptop indicated President Biden used the email address Robert L. Peters at PCI.gov during his time as vice president. The emails also revealed correspondence between his aide and Hunter Biden over Joe Biden's daily schedule. For at least 4 weeks in 2016, a worker in the office of the vice president, John Flynn, would send Biden his daily schedule to his private email address, Robert L. Peterson at PCI.gov, while copying in Hunter. There were 10 such emails which were copied to Hunter between May 18th and June 15th, 2016. The Robert Peterson email address used at PCID.gov domain. The service had been labeled as problematic by the DNSC Institute's Domain Name System Security Report in 2020. One email from Flynn to being sent to Joe, aka Robert Peters, from May 2016, which also CC'd to Hunter schedules 8:45 a.m. prep from 9 a.m. phone call with President Poroshenko, who was the Ukrainian president. At the time, Hunter was being paid $83,000 a month to sit on the board of corrupt Ukrainian energy company Burisma Holdings. And, all this stuff has pretty much been known. So, we have more of these emails here, pretty much saying, Tony Larry, as you know, Delaware Attorney General B.U. Biden was here on Friday to speak corruption and the judiciary. He was terrific. We had an overflow crowd at the Hyatt for the 90-minute presentation and Q&A, including the largest number of members of Parliament we have attracted to our Ambassadors Forum speakers series. Bill then attended a reception at the residency where many of the European colleagues had time to follow up with him in private conversation. We received many complaints on his presentation and for simply bringing him to Kiev for a frank discussion of a problem that still bevels this country. There was also a large group of young lawyers present, many involved with NGOs fighting corruption. I would appreciate it if you could let the vice president know that his son really helped us here. No exaggeration, Bill's visit was everything we had hoped for. This is to robinware.45@gmail.com, and then it goes on to say, called to say that he was with Richard Ben Kramer in the hospital before the latter passed, and they were talking about you till the end. Richard apparently said he was gratified the country is finally finding out what he knew about your leadership and talents many years ago. This was to Haley Hunter, actually, in the entire inimitable, expensive Biden clan. It feels odd saying this to the family that suffered for the loss, but these last few weeks have been a struggle. The gap that Bill left in daily life represents at unpredictable times that was never more apparent than that on Father's Day. Because we talked so often about fatherhood, and because he's the only man I ever met to whom I can pay my highest possible compliment, that his kindness, dignity, and beautiful soul reminded me of my dad. There is no way, even a month later, to add to all the elegies, articles, letters, and tributes, no more eloquence than Ashley and Hunter displayed. Selfishly, though, I needed to do something, so I sat down on Father's Day and periodically thereafter to do the only thing that's ever brought comfort: writing. If you'll indulge the rambling and the length as part of the one's mourner's grieving process. We have that here. It is also to robinware456@gmail.com. This is from Alexander S. Maculo. I don't know exactly, but the full name there. But yeah, it seems that a lot of this stuff is going on, and we all know Biden's corrupt. And the only fact of the matter is, what are we going to do about it? What can we do to get this man, at least charged or something that's been going along lines? Because obviously there's something that's been going on, and there's been a lot of evidence pointing to that Biden is extremely corrupt. But again, our country, our judicial system, the Republicans need to do something to get this guy behind bars or what have you. Otherwise, there's just going to be no justice. He's going to roam free for all the crimes that he committed. And at this point in time, they're hefty. And this is just the past crimes. It's not related to the current crimes he's also committing as of right now, which is, the whole political attack. So there's a lot of things that's been going on, a lot of questions to be raised, but only time will tell. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.